And over at the Parliament at this hour, Acting President Sang-mok, National Assembly Speaker Won-shik, ruling party leader Kwon Young-se and opposition party head Lee Jae-myung are gathered at the table to address state affairs. Our political correspondent Lee Shi-hoo is on the line with live coverage. Shi-hoo, it's good to have you on. So what's the latest there?
Yes, Sunny, the first meeting of what's called the Joint Consultative Body between the government and the National Assembly just began not long ago, as you said. The four respective leaders are right now in a closed-door meeting here at the Parliament. Now, before their private talks, the participants delivered a brief address and laid out their expectations for the evening. Speaker Woo first welcomed the rest, and the acting president Choi said he hopes the meeting will lead to practical achievements that will help the livelihood of the people, saying they, quote, have no time to waste. Now, the meeting is being held to stabilize state affairs in the aftermath of the martial law declaration back in December. The discussion was originally scheduled for earlier this month, but was postponed due to disagreements on the specifics of the agenda. Also attending the meeting are the top aides of the PPP and DP leaders, namely their chief secretaries, policymakers, and spokespeople.
Right, so Shi, what exactly then is on the agenda today?
Right, Sunny. So they're expected to discuss details of the supplementary budget for this year, as well as measures to support the domestic semiconductor industry and improve the national pension system. However, I must note that the participants in the talks this evening did not officially decide on the specifics of the agenda before the meeting tonight. The parties decided to have an open discussion without set subjects instead after unsuccessful attempts at negotiations to set the agenda. As for the supplementary budget, there is bipartisan consensus on the need for additional financing, but there are differences in opinions between the parties on which areas to give the extra support to. The DP is pushing for a prompt processing of a budget of 35 trillion Korean won, while the PPP is insisting on what it calls a tweezers budget that would selectively support the most crucial areas of need to assure fiscal soundness. Now, the PPP is also pushing for a special act to better support the domestic semiconductor industry and boost its competitiveness in the global market. The party is suggesting an exception to the current labor law so that employees in the sector could work for more than 52 hours per week. The DP agrees with the need to support the chip market, but is opposed to the labor law exception that may lead to overwork of those in the industry. Now, as you see, there are clear differences in opinions on several topics tonight, and so it'll likely be a while before we hear of any concrete conclusions, and the discussion may well even end without any agreements tonight. The respective parties will hold briefings afterward in a few hours, which I will keep you posted on throughout the night. Sunny?
All right, Shi, looking to be a very busy night for you. Thank you for that coverage. That was our National Assembly correspondent Lee Shi-hoo with details of the first four-way talks involving the government and the Parliament on state affairs post-martial law.